She is doing serious method acting preparation for the upcoming spin-off film about the Enchantress, our favorite character from Suicide Squad.
Finally.
The character we loved more than any other character. Everyone after that movie was like, I got to get more of that Enchantress.
That was
And it's like, why has it been so long? There's been a whole other Suicide Squad movie, no Enchantress. Be patient, folks. This thing is going to be, I believe it's going to be it's going to be DC's biggest budget ever, $800 million. It's going to be 3 separate films released at the same time, each of them 3 hours long. Enchantress, folks. Get ready for it.
Well, yeah, that was the character that everyone fell in love with. They're like, I love the bitch who's dirty all the time.
Yes,
Superpower
the Lady Pigpen.
Superpower is that she's the same quality of like a girl who goes to Rizdi's bedroom.
Yeah.
God, I'll never forget, like, from the canonical Suicide Squad episode, Matt, like when you saw that movie in theater and like the big climax at the end where Enchantress is doing like a luau dance
She's
with all her magic coming. He's doing a hula.
Clearly a CGI body.
And you just said out loud in the theater, awful. Awful.
Yep.
But
Just
then, of course, and then I'll also remember from the Suicide. I think basically at about that same moment in the movie, I had given Felix an edible before we saw the movie. I think it was the last time Felix ever did marijuana of any kind. But he just turns to me and he's like, "I can't take this."
Donald Trump won because of that.
Yeah, he got depressed that he doesn't live in the universe that has Enchantress in it.
Yeah, I tried to find my own Enchantress. After I saw it, I was just wandering the East Village looking for the dirtiest woman possible. I ended up like doing what Hunter Biden did and having like a crust bunk live with me for 4 years.
Every young man,
I still have like a dreadlock growing out of my back. Connected with my spinal cord.
Every man who moves to Brooklyn is just looking for his Enchantress.
That's right.
That's the dream. Just the dirtiest, grubbiest lady in town.
But powerful.
I mean, you're in luck because look, if you're with a woman in Brooklyn, her genetic memories are gonna awaken. And her Cro-Magnon DNA will activate. And if you successfully mate with her, she will give you the most oxidized water in the world. Nice room temperature water that's been on her nightstand for 7 years.
That stuff gains power, though. The longer it's there.
Yeah. Women love that. Women love just having the most like air bubbled water ever.
They also love opening carbonated beverages and not finishing them.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies, come on.
Yeah, women like it. Women like it when the like fish with hind legs that started humanity crawls out of a LaCroix.
Also, average woman has a $10,000 line of credit at Sephora. Enchantress, never even heard of lotions or various balms and pastes, and I don't know what else they sell at Sephora. But ladies, it's expensive. It's a fucking for lotion. Come on, get out of here. We all need an Enchantress. Let's get enchanted. Let's get that dirty magic going.
You need a moisturizer for when you wash your face, but if you're never washing because you're just writhing around in dirt magic all the time, you don't really need that, do you?
Nope.
There's no German dream. There's no French dream. There's no Polish dream. But there's an American dream. And so when you leave here today, you leave here with that dream. And you can go from being a dishwasher to owning a restaurant. You can go from being a person who is dyslexic and become the mayor. As long as you dream, as long as you fight for what you think is right, this country will become the country we want it to be. And in the process, there's going to be a lot of people who will hate you. All I can say, have your haters become your waiters when you sit down at the table of success. Thank you.
All right, so moving on from Eric Adams and Enchantress, this is we're checking in on all our old favorites, all our old friends are coming back. I would like to talk now briefly about our friends. Look, we tried to pursue a sponsorship deal with them, do the ad reads, but it fell through at the last moment. Black Rifle Coffee Company. They're back in the news, folks. And they're back in the news for a rather rather eye-popping reason, and that is according to a recent allegation of securities fraud. I did not
Securities
realize
fraud.
this. The the Black Rifle Coffee Company became public, publicly traded company, and the Black Rifle Coffee Company was a valuation of $7.3 billion of
Woo!
of
That's a
which
lot of coffee.
and it says it posted $4 million of net income in 2020 and a loss of 14 million dollars last year.
That price. I don't know much, but I know the word price to earnings ratio, and I know that's not a good one.
So when I first
But I mean, probably better than Tesla, honestly.
Well, Teslas were at 1.200, which is like that's kind of like the financial equivalent of building the Tower to Babel.
Yeah, no, when it was hitting $1,000 a share right before I think he started doing the try to buy Twitter thing to knock some actual cash out of this fucking thing while it's still possible. And now he might have pulled the Jenga tower apart. We'll see.
Yeah, he's about 10 points away from a margin call on the loans against the equity. So if you're out there and your Tesla explodes, please let people know just to see what happens, because this has already been awesome. I know this is about Black Rifle Coffee, but I really want to talk about
it's all,
him.
it's all the same phenomenon, Yeah,
it scams all the way down. I mean,
because the government gave him all this money and said, here, invest it. And it's like, sure, we'll invest it in fucking what? That there's no productive thing. There's nothing generating profit anymore. So they just have to sit on it and then fake it until they don't even have to make it, as long as the money pump keeps going.
Say what you will about Black Rifle Coffee Company, but no one who has ever brewed themselves a cup of Black Rifle coffee has found themselves trapped in the coffee machine as it catches on fire and kills them. I mean, the founders of the company have done that to people, but not their coffee.
Yeah. No, the coffee literally makes you on the other end of that. It makes you able to do that to women and children. But I mean, I gotta say, I will get to Black Rifle, but I am loving Mr. Cap's wild ride. He destroyed his life. He destroyed his people have done all types of people who have done this, who have had most of their net worth tied up in equity in a company they control, have done this where it's oh, I'm gonna sell it to go into this private enterprise or borrow against it, but they haven't destroyed their lives 2 weeks later.
Yeah. Well, it's because he had this bind where he couldn't just sell the stock, because that undermines his brand, which is the entirety of the value of the fucking thing in the first place. So that's why he had to do this smoke and mirrors bullshit with Twitter to try to do a 3-card money game and sneak money out of Tesla without anybody noticing. But now it's completely falling apart.
Yeah,
because he had to be the face of it the whole time. And he's not that fucking smart at the end of the day.
No, he's Robert De Niro hosting Aces High. You could have had the fucking cash for equity, but you had to be on fucking TV. You had to post your own Groiper. You had to be based. They can't fuck around with me if I'm based. Not like they would a soy guy.
We talked to the guys back home in the Emerald Mine. They think you're going batshit.
Yeah.
The Mustang is incredible though, because seeing the defenses of what is alleged here, the number of people who are just okay, first of all, he has Asperger's, so he just probably misunderstood social cues with that stewardess or whatever, and it's just an autistic person would never sexually harass someone. I mean, that's literally never happened.
But also the idea that people guys with Asperger's are just constantly walking around in bathrobes being hey baby, want to suck it?
Yeah.
not just missing every cue from women who are also at a Naruto convention. It's a comprehensively great defense. The Musk dick riders are out in full force. Did you see the guy who was Elon Musk showed you his wiener and you're complaining?
Yes.
Oh
he was I just don't understand women. This is the richest man in the world. And then the weirdest thing is that the guy said he was I just don't understand women. If the richest man in the world exposes himself to you, wouldn't you want to tell all your friends how big his dick was?
Yeah. Even if it wasn't, they'd have to believe you.
What? Oh, and then And then Musk was just like, I challenge anyone to name 5 fucked up things about my dick. You can't because it's all a made up. And it's just like, dude, like how weird would your dick have to be for like someone to like pick out a distinguishing feature about it that like it's I don't know, cut or uncut. Those are the options that you can guess on that. But yeah, the Felix the dick riding that's going on with Elon Musk right now, and I don't even mean like the people defending him against a sexual harassment allegation. I mean the people who talk about him like he's Albert Einstein. And I know this is a little cliche, or some might say hyperbolic, but when I see shit like that, I truly understand what it must have been like to witness the rise of Adolf Hitler. Like you're in Germany in the 30s, and you're like, can you believe this fucking clown? How many people take him seriously? And then like 10 years later, you're freezing to death on the Eastern Front.
Well, yeah, but it's like if Hitler like lied about being in World War One. If he lied about being like he was never there, and then like his supporters were like, well, he drove an ambulance that was outside the war. He founded the war by like buying it 5 years after it started. That's what it's like. It's like if Hitler's supporters like never shut up about him being a good artist.
Yeah, like actually, he's a much better painter than Picasso.
Yeah, he actually had a really promising art career, and he like gave it up to like solve the Jew problem.
Yeah, they let him into the art school, and he just decided not to go.
Yeah, he was too base for art.
Yeah,
and Felix, you pointed this out the other day. We didn't get a chance to talk about it, but like obviously everyone is like the allegations of cajoling a woman into giving you a hand job by buying her a pony, but like elides the weirder detail in this that like you brought up, which is that apparently all SpaceX stewardesses were pressured to get a masseuse license on their own dime so that they could give massages to SpaceX executives.
Oh, who does that remind me of? That's right, another great scientist, Robert Oppenheimer, who just like Elon Musk. No, it is so literally the Ghislaine modus operandi.
He's taking the Lolita Express Interstellar. It's like he pressed the button and the Lolita Express turns into a space shuttle.
He's extending
that is the thing I'm a little confused about here. She's a SpaceX flight attendant.
Yeah.
Does that mean that she's like she's a flight attendant on a plane that goes into space?
No.
Or is that just what they call their like, fleet of private jets or something?
Yes.
If this worked, he would have claimed he invented the Lolita Express. Like that would have been another thing that he stole and lied about.
He's extending extending the light of human trafficking into the cosmos.
Yeah, I like that it's like a stewardess who's presumably like in a 1-bedroom apartment like 1 day a week, and he's like, "Oh, what if I got you a horse?" He's just like putting your fucking pantry. Awesome, dude.
What is it with these guys